Why aren't you at the Fox News debate tonight in Milwaukee?
Well, you know, a lot of people have been asking me that.
When you say there are people on stage who shouldn't be running for president, who do you mean? Whatever happened to Mike Pence? He's out there attacking you. What is that? Do you think Epstein killed himself sincerely? Do you think we're moving towards civil war?
It's good to have you at Bedminster. It's very nice.
I love it.
Mitch McConnell was trying to get senators to impeach me. Crooked Joe Biden is so bad. He's the worst president in the history of our country. I don't think he's going to make it to the gate, but you know, you never know.
It started with protests against you, then it moved to impeachment twice,
right?
And now indictment. Are you worried that they're going to try and kill you? Why wouldn't they try and kill you, honestly? So do you think it's possible that there's open conflict?
I can say this. There's a level of passion that I've never seen. There's a level of hatred that I've never seen, and that's probably a bad combination. We're doing this interview, but we'll get bigger ratings using this crazy forum that you're using than probably the debate.
All right, guys, so what you just saw there was a bombshell preview of the interview between Tucker Carlson and former President Donald Trump. Now, in that preview, it seems as if Tucker is actually going to ask former President Trump some tough questions, like, does he think that they will kill him? Now, cue the liberal media accusing Tucker Carlson of undercover anti-Semitism. Okay, like that's probably what's going to happen. You're going to have a whole bunch of think pieces about they and what Tucker Carlson actually means by they, right? We all know how the mainstream liberal media rolls. But I think that this preview is strategic and it's important because what it indicates is that this is not just going to be a softball interview of Tucker Carlson just asking Trump questions that we've heard Trump answer 1,000 times. He's actually going to ask him questions that we probably haven't heard Trump answer before. Okay, so it's definitely going to be fascinating. And this is all a part of a plot to try to convince people not to watch the Fox News GOP debate because Trump is skipping a debate. Trump has a bone to pick with Fox News. Tucker definitely has a bone to pick with Fox News, and they both decided to team up and to extract their revenge against Fox News in probably the best way possible, okay, by hitting them where it hurts, which is in the ratings, which is ultimately hitting them in the pockets, okay? And Fox News isn't really helping themselves because apparently they have issues with people reacting to the debate. We'll see, if we actually have some problems with that. But apparently they don't really want people reacting to the debate, despite the fact that you actively have Tucker Carlson and Trump trying to get people not to watch the debate. It's almost as if Fox doesn't want people to watch the debate themselves, right? But regardless, Fox News apparently behind the scenes is really, really, really nervous about Trump not showing up because it is going to affect their ratings, okay? They're not going to have nearly as many people watch it as they otherwise would because Trump's not on stage. I mean, they've been begging the guy to basically show up.
Rewards outweigh the risks, I believe. I think this is his wheelhouse. The debate's his wheelhouse. I think he risked letting someone else gain momentum. I heard earlier a guest on Fox and Friends First who made a great point, who said, don't take the voter for granted. The voters want to hear from him. So why wouldn't he, especially because he's such a good debater? I understand.
I think, too, that for Donald Trump to be there, if he's thinking he's going to get the nomination, the best thing to do is to go into training. The best thing you have advantage over a current president, they don't debate. And remember how bad Obama did in his first one and George Bush 43 did in his first one going for re-election because you're not used to the debate, you're used to governing. Mm-hmm. And if he could keep himself sharp going into the maybe 2 or 3 that he has with Joe Biden, it would only help him. Mm-hmm. So I would take the reps as much as possible.
Well, if he doesn't show up, then you are going to hear a constant, people are going to say, what was he afraid of? Why didn't he show up? Yeah, he's sitting on a lead, but we're trying to figure out who exactly should be the next president.
Yeah, they're begging, right? They're begging Trump to show up. Please, Trump, please come on stage. Please show up so we can get the ratings, right? But behind closed doors, apparently they're telling staff that they cannot mention, nobody can mention the Tucker Carlson Trump interview that is airing at the same time. Even if Trump says something that breaks news, you can't mention it at all. It cannot be mentioned.
Okay, so this is my question to you is like, has Fox News even mentioned that Donald Trump, don't they have an obligation to their audience to note that Donald Trump is speaking with Tucker tonight? I don't think they've even mentioned that.
Well, you would think. So there is a source inside Fox, and I'm telling you this for the first time, just told me he still works there, that they are totally banned from even, all shows are banned from even acknowledging that Trump will appear on this show. Whatever happens on the show, if Trump breaks news, they can't mention it. There's been a policy in place since Tucker's taken off the air that you can't say his name on air. And, you know, he's like Voldemort. He's like that, he who shall not be named. And explicitly, everyone at Fox was told they cannot mention this or what happens on it. I mean, that's very. I mean, there are a lot of really good people at Fox. I used to be on the network a lot. I'm not talking about the executives, but you know, there's a lot of people there who consider themselves real journalists. They're very good people. They take their work seriously, and this is most frustrating to them. They can't report on the news, all because of this vendetta that the network has against its former top host.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. They're afraid to even mention Tucker and the fact that Trump is interviewing with Tucker tonight, or the interview is going to be airing tonight. They don't want to mention anything about it at all, which, I mean, understandably so. Okay, they're competing against you. They're trying to take away your money. Okay. So with that being said, again, their ratings. Okay, this is all about ratings. Okay. We're going to see if ratings actually plummet. Who knows? But there's a lot of speculation around it. So much speculation that MSNBC decided to raise Brian Seltzer from the graveyard of irrelevancy to come on their network to talk about some of his alleged inside information at Fox in regards to this subject of ratings and Tucker airing this counter programming during the debate. Take a look.
I've been speaking with dozens of sources inside Fox for this book that's coming out. And you know, it's very clear that the view among Fox staffers is that this is small. Trump is being small. That by not showing up at the debate, by snubbing Fox, he is small, he is weak. That's how they want this to be perceived. But we both know the counter-argument's very clear, that Trump is so dominant, he doesn't even need Fox anymore, which is a big change from 2015, 2016.
But he can't completely forsake them, though, right? I mean, doesn't he need them? This is the network that helped him get elected,
right,
stay in office, and defended the lies that he was spreading and continues to spread. I mean, do you think there will be any punishment meted out by Fox? They're not allowing Trump surrogates in the spin room after the debate. Is that the harshest punishment that Trump gets for literally trolling them or undermining one of the biggest nights of their year?
I don't see any other obvious punishments. Certainly they can spend a little less time talking about him around the margins, but right now I don't see that happening. I see the opposite happening. And, you know, the polls are what the polls are. Fox hosts, they feel where the gravitational pull is, and it's still Trump. I mean, look.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Apparently, Brian Stelter also predicted during this interview that Fox's ratings would be cut in half, okay, without Trump. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Fox News certainly is salty. So salty that they're keeping Trump's people out of the spin room. Okay, that's the post-debate room that they go in and do interviews and stuff like that to try to talk about how they did so well and who won and who lost and stuff like that. But one thing we do know, at least what we're hearing here, is that Fox News, even without Trump, is still going to have plenty of Trump at the debate, okay? Because apparently they plan on beaming in Trump in regards to clips of him saying things and then having GOP candidates react to it, which in my opinion is, again, it's just so funny, right? It's just so funny how the liberal media, they can't stop talking about Trump, right? They really cannot stop talking about Trump. Even when Trump's not there, they're going to make the whole conversation about Trump, okay? They want Trump to be there so bad that they're going to play clips of him for GOP candidates to react to, right? Again, it's hilarious, right? That's how desperate they are to have demand, okay? I mean, he really is kind of Showtime. So, yeah, with that being said, I think that it's going to be interesting to see how well this Tucker Carlson interview does versus the Fox News debate. It'll be interesting to see how many people actually watch the debate and how the candidates perform, okay? And whether or not the whole debate becomes talking about Trump. But one thing I do know is that it seems as if this strategy is going to work. It seems like a lot of people aren't going to tune into the debate. And if that is the case, then maybe, just maybe, there's an argument for Trump not to show up to any of the debates. Because ultimately, if nobody watches this debate and the poll numbers don't move, okay, if it doesn't really affect Trump negatively, I'm not sure what the argument is for the Trump team to continue to even consider showing up to debates, right? Because ultimately, if he's not there, nobody's going to watch it, and it's not hurting him in the polls. Why show up? Only thing he can do at that point is hurt him, unless he shows up with the intent of basically pivoting to the general election and trying to basically reach out to independents and people who are on the fence between him and Biden. I think that at this point, that is the only beneficial reason for him to do the debates. But it just seems as more time moves on that this is an excellent chess move by Trump, assuming that it doesn't hurt him, okay? And if viewership and ratings drop for networks who, don't have the ability to have Trump on stage, I mean, the guy's going to seem like a genius, right? He's going to seem like a genius if it doesn't affect him negatively. I'm just saying. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.